Good morning, School District of Indian River County. This is your Superintendent, Dr. Moore, here with our first of 4 series Back to School Facebook Live. So what we're going to do over the course of the next month, every Friday, we'll come on Facebook Live, provide updates to ensure that we're ready for an absolutely wonderful 2021-22 school year. And we are very much anticipating a wonderful start to the school year. But it takes time. You have to be prepared. You just can't wake up on Monday morning and head into school. We want to be prepared. As a school system, we've been doing a great deal of work over the course of the summer. If you had the opportunity to drive by the school district, you see the parking lot is filled. Those are our teachers here conducting professional development, creating the resources to ensure that we have a smooth opening of schools. What we want to do today is kind of go through some slides and just begin to get families thinking through or creating their plan to ensure that you're ready to bring your child back to school as we prepare. And it's never too late to begin planning. I know parents cannot wait for students to get back to school, and students are wondering why is summer going so quickly. So there's a great bit of divide in our houses, but we want to begin planning to ensure that we are ready for the opening of schools. So one of the things I would encourage families to do, continue to check back to our website. We continue to make sure that is public information that everyone needs to know. So going to it at least once a week over the course of the next several weeks gives you the up-to-date information. So ensure that you're always looking at our website to be prepared and ready to go. One of the first things you would want to do is look at the school calendar. And as you look at it here, you'll see it is a refreshed rebranded calendar, all of the information very easy to access, connected to the actual month. You don't have to flip it back and forth. Plan out your calendar, your personal calendars as well as your professional calendars with your school calendar to ensure your family is ready. You know those important dates. Reviewing that calendar is always a great place to begin the school year. And when you visit our website, and we'll go this over in an additional slide, you need to begin thinking about school lists, uniform policies, start times, orientation schedules. We want every single family to participate in that orientation schedule. I remember back to very, very long time ago, the nerves that I had as a child walking into the school, whether it was the same school I attended the year before or whether it was a new school, because it was my first experience in that school. So a great way to reduce some of that anxiety that a typical child would have coming back to school is to attend those orientation schedules, opportunities to meet teachers, opportunities to be familiar with the space, the new classroom, see some of your friends that you hadn't seen over the course of the summer. Going to orientation isn't just about getting the information, it's about helping your child acclimate into their new environments. School start times. There always has to be that parent-family meeting where you decide who's going to get up, how are we going to make sure we get students to schools, to the bus, and all of those kinds of things. Looking at that information helps ensure a smooth transition to school, uniform list, and supplies. You can find your list of supplies at our webpage. Clicking on Our Schools, it will take you there for all of our supplies. And one thing I would encourage all who are watching to make sure all families, all students have what they need. This community is too strong and too powerful and too caring and loving to allow any student in our county to walk into school on the first day and not have the materials or the resources he or she needs. So if you do not have, or you know of a family who doesn't have that information, I'm going to share a slide with you for our new Parent and Community Engagement Office. This is where you would call in order to ensure that we are connecting families to the resources that are available. So if you do not have the supplies or materials that you feel you need based on those supply lists, please, you're going to reach out to this office, and we'll connect you with folks in our community who are willing to support and ensure all children walk into school with the resources and the materials that they need. Also on our website, this is some information we'll leave up, all kinds of information, and I would encourage you to look at this slide, pause it if you're watching this later, write down this information, because you don't want to ask these questions in the last minute. As we continue to get closer to the opening of schools, a lot of times we are bombarded with calls, and that's okay, that's fine, we're prepared for it. But we want to be proactive as we possibly can, so we'd encourage parents, if you have questions regarding exceptional student education, how your son is going to receive the unique services that they are entitled to have, please call ESE, let us help you. Like ESE or English for other languages, please reach out. Transportation. You'll get the information regarding transportation, where that stop is. It may be a new stop or a new school, so resulting in a new time. Go check out that site, that stop. If you have concerns, please let transportation know. Food and nutrition. How are we going to make sure kids get fed on the first day? We want you to be 100% secure with a deep understanding as to what your child is going to experience as they walk into a new school year. So please be proactive, if you will. Questions or concerns that you have, please reach out. This is the Office of Student Affairs, Advocacy, and Access. Mr. Seymour, Eric Seymour, is the Assistant Superintendent for this particular office, and there's some key individuals here that I'd like to highlight. And the one I'll highlight today is the Coordinator of Parental and Community Involvement. This is Dr. Patricia Cowie. This is a resource for our parents. And over the course of the year, this office is going to be pushing out multiple opportunities to engage and connect parents, providing meaningful opportunities to be involved in the growth, the development, and interacting with your school. And we want every single classroom in our community to be an extension of our homes. And that requires partnership, and that requires communication. So this office is going to be doing some bold, courageous work in partnering with parents and maximizing the opportunities that parents have to engage and connect with our schools. Parents' time is valuable. And when parents have, the opportunity to connect or provide volunteer time, we want to make sure that's absolutely meaningful time for those parents who have the ability to give that time, as well as maximum opportunity to support the overall growth of our schools in our communities. And once again, that would be the number, Dr. Cowie's number that you see there. If you have issues or concerns regarding that supply list or the uniforms, what the school is expecting of you to have, and you don't have the means in order to provide it to your child, we are here to assist. We're not a barrier, we're a system of support. Please reach out to Dr. Cowie. She will be able to connect you with a number of caring organizations and adults in our community to support, to ensure we all start ready for the opening of school. When you look here, and we now have some COVID procedures, we've had a very successful summer school programming. We've already celebrated that based on contributions in our community stepping up. We were able to triple the number of students participating in our summer programming. That was tremendous. That was an opportunity to really offset some of the impacts of the pandemic and the different instructional models and the separations from schools that unfortunately we had to experience. But as we come through the other side of that and we begin to school, we found success in our masking optional policy, and we want to encourage our families to continue to talk to your students, your children, regarding our mask optional policy. We wouldn't want any child who does or does not wear a mask based on that family's decision to be ridiculed or put down in any way. Once again, classrooms, schools, an extension of the home. So please take the time as a family to make your personal decisions and ensure that we are all, as a community, respecting the decisions of others as we begin to enter the school year. Our masking optional policy is in effect over the course of from the time you're on the bus to extracurricular activities and then back into the bus when you go home. We will be having orientations, full-on orientations, athletics, activities. We want to return to normal. We want a school year that produces quality young men and young women, and we're looking forward to working together as a community to provide that environment and really be trendsetters on how to do this, how to do it together, how to do it in a way that ensures that we have safe, healthy, clean, respectable schools. But at the same time, at the end of the day, or at the end of the school year, our students academically are outperforming other like districts across the state of Florida. And that should be an expectation that we have for our school system. Continue to check back on all of the social media. We provide our updates as we possibly can. And we'll be back next Friday. This is an ongoing conversation. It's never too late to begin the conversation with your son or daughter, even though they're not going to want to have it, about getting ready for school, returning to school, getting back to that bedtime, less technology in the evening, making sure we are preparing ourselves for what is going to be an absolutely wonderful 2021-22 school year. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll be back next Friday with more updates.